to love something without hating something else. I think people need to learn how to express their love for something without turning that love into hatred for something else. There is a difference between saying, "This is what I like," and saying, "This is what I like because I hate everything that is different from it." And honestly, the second one tells you a lot more about a person than they realize. You should be able to tell me what you love without giving me a whole explanation about what you despise. You should be able to tell me what you're attracted to without insulting the opposite of that. You should be able to dream of a lifestyle or environment without making everyone who chooses differently feel inferior. Because when your entire explanation for loving something is built around hating its opposite, I start to question whether you actually love what you claim to love, or whether you simply feel safer identifying with it because you're uncomfortable with something else. Some people cannot express a preference without making a comparison. They don't say, "I love this." They say, "I love this because that other thing is disgusting." They don't say, "I find this beautiful." They say, "I find this beautiful because the other one is ugly." At some point, you have to ask yourself, what exactly are you attracted to? Because if you constantly have to degrade one thing to validate another, there may be something deeper happening within you. Sometimes, what looks like preference is actually insecurity. Sometimes, what looks like confidence is actually rejection of yourself. And sometimes, what looks like admiration is simply an attempt to distance yourself from something you've been taught to see as inferior. People are allowed to have preferences. That's normal. But your preference should not require somebody else to be degraded. You don't become more intelligent because someone else is stupid. You don't become more valuable because you've convinced yourself that somebody else has less value. Yet so many people operate this way. They need someone else beneath them to feel above them. They need somebody else to be rejected so they can feel chosen. They need somebody else to be tagged as undesirable so they can feel desirable. And that's not preference, that's comparison. And comparison can become a dangerous substitute for self-worth. What's even more interesting is that people sometimes attack qualities in others that they secretly struggle to accept within themselves. You see someone confidently embracing something you've spent years trying to suppress, and suddenly their confidence irritates you. Why? Because their self-acceptance forces you to confront your own lack of it. That is why people need to learn the difference between preference and projection. A preference says, "This is what I enjoy." Projection says, "This is what I enjoy, therefore everything different from it must be inferior." A preference is personal. Projection needs an audience. A preference doesn't require an enemy. And that's the part people need to understand. You don't need an enemy to have a preference. You can love something simply because you love it. You can admire someone's personality without insulting the personalities you don't like. You can choose a partner without creating a list of reasons why everyone else is beneath them. You can celebrate who you are without making someone else feel ashamed of who they are. That is real confidence. Because genuine love doesn't always need an opposite. If I tell you I love something, I should be able to explain what I appreciate about it. Not spend the entire conversation explaining what I hate about everything else. So ask yourself, do I genuinely love this, or do I love what it represents in comparison to something I've been taught to reject? Because sometimes the things we reject most aggressively are the things we've never learned to make peace with. You don't have to hate one thing to love another. You don't have to destroy someone else's confidence to feel confident. You don't have to make somebody else feel undesirable to feel desirable. And you don't have to constantly announce what you dislike just to prove that you have taste. Learn to love without comparing. Learn to admire without degrading. Learn to choose without insulting. Because the moment your love requires hatred, it stops looking like love. It starts looking like insecurity wearing the clothes of preference. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos to help you navigate everyday life, build better life skills, and end your day feeling a little lighter and more at peace. Signing out from Oh Baby Love.